Good. I just got an update, actually. You guys want to hear something?
Yeah, what's up?
I think someone's getting no hit right now. They are. Currently, it's the 5th inning. Who cares? But my friend just texted me. He said, I hope the Padres get no hit. Tatis just tried to bunt for a hit.
Really?
Yeah.
Who are they playing?
Tatis thing. I feel like to do whatever. I love it. Yeah.
Who are they?
How I feel about bunting.
Who are the Padres playing?
They're playing Pittsburgh. Oh, my God. Tyler Anderson.
What?
Hey, through 5 innings, baby. Through 5. So we'll keep you guys updated. Keep you updated. First no-hitter on bottom of the order history. Pretty cool.
No-hitter watch. That's awesome to hear, man.
Just got the text message.
Hey, let's go. We'll keep that going on. And then while we're doing that, how you doing, Vish?
We're doing great. Happy to be here. Excited. Elated.
You ready for some hot takes? We are coming to you guys late. You ready for some hot takes?
I am just slapping on hot takes, just slapping all day.
You want the introduction, or we past that at this point?
To my right, I will take a quick appreciation. Quinn Bonnell. I got co-host Vish. How you doing, Vish?
This is just not accurate. It's here for the high grade.
We're all from Colorado. Have a lot of Rockies friends.
Congratulations on getting married.
Hey, you idiot.
Are you ready for some hot takes?
He's like, this is what you bet on the Rockies in April.
Question mark?
It's 12:30 in the morning.
You broke up. What'd you say?
Bottom of the order.
Go Cubs.
Let's go over the tier list for the month, right? Let's do it.
I love it.
Asterisks at the top of the screen. List made by Quinn Bonnell up for debate for the rest of the
Yeah, so I created. So last time we tried this, Nick and I just did like a quick tier list. This time I was like, "Fuck it, I'm doing it." Sorry, me and the committee did it.
Like this, did you just shake your head when you said?
Me and the committee did it.
Yeah.
I've hired some people. I got a team around me. I made the perfect first month tier list. There should be literally no argument. It's that perfect.
So many arguments.
It's that perfect. I even threw some comedy in there, that's what I do. I'm a man of the people. What can I say? That's what they call me,
Is a man of the people?
Man of the people.
Just label yourself a man of the people?
I didn't do it. The people did. I'm
You don't label yourself that.
I'm
The people have to label you a man of the people.
I didn't label myself that.
Well, we do have the tier list up, so the people that voted you, the people's person, can see your tiers list right now. Where would you like to start?
Nick, do you have it up as well? So I'm going to go through it, and you guys can give me your arguments. All right. So I put some movie quotes on each line. So the bottom, it's from Bull Durham, and the whole quote's pretty much like, yeah, I was in the show once for 21 days. So this is a lot of these guys are pretty much minor leaguers at this point, and they're going to be in the big leagues for 2 years on this whole team. So we got the Rangers, the Rockies, the Tigers, the Pirates, and those. I almost kept the Pirates off this tier list because they have been kind of winning, but they're starting to come back down to where they belong. It's the fucking shit tier list.
As we have them on a no-hitter watch right now.
Hey. Okay. Fuck you. No, I'm going to finish through this and then we'll get through them all. All right. The next tier, the next 2 tiers I kind of wanted to put them all in one tier, but I couldn't fit 7 people. So I'm going with the You're Killing Me smallest tier list with the Indians, Cubs, Mariners, and then the tier above that is There's No Crying in Baseball, the Twins, Diamondbacks, Reds, and Angels. So why I want to group all 7 of these teams together is unlike these teams on the bottom, some of them have some records over 500, some are a little bit under 500, like the Mariners right now, they're first in the division still. They're second in the division right now at like 16. Exactly look. They're 16 and 13 currently. And like someone like the Cubs are, Nick, what are the Cubs record? 12 and 16. So like again, like pretty different records, but I'm grouping all these guys together for one reason. All these teams do something pretty well, but on the other end, they do something horrible. Cubs, for instance, they swing it all right, but they pitch terrible. The Twins, their bullpen is one of the worst in baseball. The Angels have 4 good hitters, and then they can't fucking pitch. Their back of the order is terrible. The Reds can swing it, but they can't pitch it. Cleveland, it's kind of just that weird. They just don't do anything great. But all those kind of teams,
Got some arms.
they can't swing it again. All right, and then after that, so you're probably wondering, going, weird. I haven't seen an NL East team yet. Well, here they are, all of them. So this quote is, "Pick me out a winner." It's from The Natural. He says, "Pick me out a winner." I think it's Bobby. Put the Nationals, Mets, Braves, Phillies, and Miami, the whole NL East on one line. Probably asking why. Is because currently the Nationals are winning the division a month in at 12-12.
All of them have a negative run differential except for the Marlins are the only positive one, and they're in last place.
So I was sitting here going, I originally had the Nationals with the Cubs and Mariners down there, and I was like, fuck, they're winning the division. It's like, yeah, but they're not playing well.
No, they're bad.
I was like, all right, I'm just going to throw, you know what? I'm going to throw them all together. No, none of them deserve to be any lower or higher. Just someone figure it out. Preferably the Braves, please figure it out.
And the Bears totally won. Please.
The next one after that, I'm going to go just a bit outside from Major League. These are going to be the teams that have been playing pretty well. I just think they have better teams in their division, and like they just don't have enough, I don't think, to make a real push. So far, the Cardinals this year are 17-12, so they just won tonight, and they won 5 in a row, and they're in second in the division. The Giants, surprisingly, are winning the NL West, which, I don't know, I don't think it's really sustainable, but you got to give them credit because they're winning, and they've been pretty hot at the plate, and they have one of the most underrated pitching lineups in baseball, like we've talked about with Cueto, Gausman, Sanchez. Also, if you want a good line, we've had a lot of best Giants this year.
This Golfini's not bad either.
Going through the next, and also we're getting the Blue Jays and Rays. So earlier when we did this the first time, Connor had the Blue Jays below the Rays. I was like, I'm gonna just not disrespect the Rays right now and the Blue Jays being so young, but right now I think they've caught each other, and I think the Blues are very close to pushing above them.
Yes,
But
the Blues.
But there has been a team from the AL East that's been surprising and been very good. That's kind of blapped both of those two. We'll get there later. The team after that is kind of a weird tier, and you can argue once you're done, Nick. But the next tier for me...
I've been trying to... I didn't know if I was even... Hey, go ahead.
Yeah, no, my next tier after that is a don't think can only hurt the ball club. These three teams, I've watched a lot. I've seen the Royals like 5 times already this year. I've watched the Astros like 5 times and the Brewers as well like 5 times. And eye test, they play really well, all 3 teams. And then I was looking at their numbers, and they're not great all around, but they all have a thing that they just do different than other major league teams. Like the Royals, again, like they play like a college baseball team almost. They play insanely good defense. They're second right now in stolen bases. Nicky Lopez is so fast up the middle, and then Whit Merrifield is probably one of the most underrated baseball players in the big leagues. He's leading the league in stolen bags right now. I don't know his OPS exactly, but he's putting up all-star level numbers. They also have Soler, Savvy still playing. He's playing well. Duffy's pitching well. So, especially with the Twins right now playing bad and being in them crying down in almost last place in the AL Central, I brought the Royals up here. Right now I have the Brewers right there. They're winning the division at 17-12. They have the best rotation in that division. I don't think that division's very strong in general, but I think they're the favorite over the Cardinals for sure. The Astros ones, we've made fun of them a lot for obvious reasons for the past couple of years. But again, I've watched them a lot, and they have guys stepping up when they need to. Like even when Altuve was kind of struggling and Carlos Correa was struggling in the first beginning of the year, they had other guys step up, and now those guys are coming back and playing well. Bregman's been playing pretty solid, and they've won 7 of their last 10. So they're just starting to kind of pick it up, because once Correa and Altuve started playing better, it was kind of just it's going to happen. They're going to start playing better. All right, my next tier is if you build it, he will come. Obviously, great quote. And these are my 4 best teams that can compete that aren't like my AL and NL division the winners right now. So I got the Yankees, who are starting. We had them on the struggle bus last week, but they're starting to play a lot better. Right now, the Red Sox have the best record in the AL still. And I think I came on our second week and said the Red Sox were a really bad team, but man, sometimes you guys gotta tip the cap and be like, I was wrong. Xander's been playing great. Bobby's been probably gonna win Rookie of the Year, honestly. And their whole team's just been really stellar. They just have a 1 through 9 lineup that just turns around really quick. The A's, after their tough start, they won 11 in a row. Had one of the hottest stretches in baseball so far, and might be for the whole year. And I know how Nick feels about the A's too. Like, their rotation's good enough where I think they have a chance to compete. And then the Padres, obviously, they haven't been played great, but every time they play the Dodgers, who's the best team in baseball, they come to play. They have one of the best run differentials in baseball, even though they're a little game over 500. And that just kind of shows they blow out a lot of teams and they lose a couple close games, but that will all even out. That's the reason you play 162 games. So why I said if you build it, he will come, though, is I think all these guys are one player away from really making that push. The Yankees is getting another arm. I think the Red Sox would be the same, but I don't know if you really want to make a push if you're the Red Sox yet. Could be an easy fallout later. The A's, I think they need another bat in their lineup, and the Padres, they're just young, and having another veteran presence in there would be really helpful. Then my last one is the whole quote's win the fuck. We have to win the whole fucking thing, which is from Major League. And he's like, what do we do now? And he's like, we have to win the whole fucking thing. These are the two best teams in baseball right now, I think. White Sox, Dodgers. Pretty self-explanatory. Nick, go for it. That was a lot of talking.
Yeah, okay. I'm going to go fast.
Argue away.
I hate the Cubs. I hate them. I'm done with them. Love Chris Bryant. He's incredible.
Oh, so let's stop talking to the bottom. You good with the bottom tier?
Bottom tier, no arguments. They're all garbage. Doyle, God means the Pirates. Brian Hayes hasn't played, but I mean, shocking they played as well as they have. The Rockies have no hope. At least the Rangers have an ace in Kyle Gibson.
Yeah, we're not doing that again.
Tier, Indians, Cubs, Mariners. I mean, the Mariners. A lot of these teams, I agree the Pirates should be down there, or the Tigers. I agree the Mariners should be down there. Orioles, but some of these teams have farm systems. There's hope. The Mariners are one of those teams. They have a ton of good young arms down there. They have the two outfielders, Kalenic, Rodriguez. They're going to be up pretty soon with Kyle Lewis already there. They've got hope for the future. The Cubs are fucked. I hate them.
So any arguments on the bottom from the Twins down to the O's? Any arguments now?
Twins down to Twins. Diamondbacks are too high. They're horrendous team. Zach Allen's good, really good. Other than that, they're actually horrendous.
Okay, but so with the Diamondbacks, right?
Yeah.
Currently, they're 15 and 13. So why should
I trust legitimately zero of their bats?
Okay, that's fair.
I mean, they have some okay bats, but I don't like any.
Yeah, I watched them play yesterday against the Rockies. It was an atrocious baseball game. There were 3 errors, and it was just a bad baseball game.
Yeah, they have some solid pieces, but no one that actually mashes, and then
I can agree with you moving the Diamondbacks down. What about the Angels? You're good there. Reds, you're good. Twins.
The Reds are
what about the NL East? You good with all grouping them right now?
I am.
Would you still have the Braves higher?
No, I wouldn't. I mean, they have major holes. I mean, I think they would, but they do. I think those will probably straighten themselves out, but I don't know. I mean, they probably need a veteran arm, which is crazy because they spent money on Morton.
Anything on the just a bit outside?
No, I mean, they want the Cardinals to be worse than they are, but they're starting to swing it a little bit, so that's shitty, like the rest of it. I hate the next tier. Hate it.
Hit your arguments. I'll fucking body you.
The Brewers are probably too low.
We're too low.
The Brewers are
okay.
Far away the best team.
Who would you replace for the Brewers?
Probably the Red Sox. Sox down, Brewers up.
Dude, see, I'm trying to take it. They're 17 and 12.
The Sox?
They have the best record in baseball, or the AL.
Who's going to pitch through 162 for the Red Sox? It's going to be an impact on.
Hey, I'm going off. Hey, every year, man, we have baseball teams that just find ways to win.
Agreed. But if you can tell me who's going to pitch for the Red Sox, I would be able to back you. I don't think there's one guy on that team I trust. If Davies healthy, I don't trust that. Garrett Richards hasn't been good in 5 years.
No, yeah, I don't like it.
Or, like, I don't like any of their arms. I don't like one of them. Like, that's the issue. I mean, I like Davies again if he's healthy. I loved Richards 3 years ago when he was healthy. That's even a question mark. And then, yeah, Eduardo's a 4. I think he's overrated. So, like, all their arms, I don't trust it. That's my big issue. But, I mean, other than that, like, I mean, their lineup, yeah, like you said, they got good pieces there. I just think the Brewers the Brewers are...
Nick, their lineup, I'm going to read you some of these numbers by their lineup. I was looking through them. JD right now, an 1,100 OPS.
Yeah,
Devers. Do you think Devers is a good player? Because I do.
Yeah, absolutely.
Devers has a 930 OPS. Do you think Xander's a good player?
Absolutely.
970 OPS. Do you think Vertigo's a good player?
Listen, I agree.
Like, so what? Now we're arguing 6 hitters in their 9 lineup, and we're like, their rotation ain't great. But yeah, again, that's why I put them in that tier. They have maybe one rotational arm if they want to make that push.
I've made like 3 arms. That's the thing, you know. I don't like any of their arms. Like, I don't like why. Like, I don't think Evaldi holds up. I think Eduardo's fine. I guess you're right. Like, they got a below average rotation, but one arm is not putting you as a contender for me.
All right.
I like their lineup. I really do. They've got good pieces. Verdugo's really good, also.
Well, think about it. Here's the thing about the rotation, right? Though. Sure, they don't have really a game 1, but it's not like their 1 through 5 isn't like from a whole standpoint, it's not terrible.
Okay, who is it? It's Evaldi, Eduardo.
Evaldi.
Who else?
Evaldi, Rodriguez, Pivetta, and Richards.
That's not good either. They're all just like 4s. They got a bunch of 4s.
Okay, but so far Pivetta's throwing at a 2.8.
That's the point. That's my issue. Like, that is not going to continue. That makes me think more of what I'm saying is correct.
Okay, but right now, again, the best team in the AL. I have to have them up there.
I get it. I think the Brewers are better and the Red Sox are worse. I think the Brewers are mad at us pitching.
All right, give me your Royals one, because I know you don't like that one.
I mean, I love the Royals. Again, I agree with you. They're fun. I love Soler. I love Merrifield. They got some players that I love. They have good young arms coming up. I like Singer. Other guys I like there, it's just like they're not that good. They're not deep. They don't have anything. That lineup has major holes. And the rotation's not.
So here's my thing with them, though. Looking at their division, that division's so weak. They have so many free wins, especially if the Twins aren't going to figure it out.
Yeah, I don't know. I think the Indians are probably like better than them. Honestly, that's my thing. I don't like the Royals.
That's tough. That's really fucking. You don't believe that?
I almost do, though, dude.
Nick, you don't believe that.
4 arms that are good.
Nick, the Indians have like 1 hitter.
Yeah, it is.
They don't have like 1 hitter. They have 1 hitter.
No, I agree. That's my only issue with the Indians.
The only issue, Connor, that's his only issue. They have.
They just can't score.
If Jose Ramirez can hit every time,
they even hit on the Royals. Trevor Reyes is fine. He's not a bad hitter.
They have more holes than they do.
Listen, the Royals are a good organization, but they are not. They don't belong to be there. They should be knocked 2 tiers, maybe 3.
But why? You're not giving me a reason. They have the best record in the AL Central.
Beyond Merrifield and Soler, who's a good bat?
Perez is solid.
They have Benintendi as well.
Witt's been. Did you say Witt? You say Witt, Soler?
Witt and Soler. Those are the only 2 guys that are really good in their lineup.
I'm pulling out some numbers.
They added someone else in the offseason as well. They added a big bat in the offseason. I can't remember who.
You're cracking up a lot.
Me?
I cannot hear Connor.
You can't hear me?
Moustakas is killing it, bro.
Moustakas on the
You
Reds?
can't hear me.
Oh, I'm looking at the wrong year. That's hilarious. I was like, holy shit. Yeah, dude. Hey, cut that. That's embarrassing.
Moustakas?
Hey, take it easy,
I
guy.
have no idea.
Hey, take it easy.
I'm gonna lose
Dude,
him.
hey, Carlos Santana.
That's actually good. I didn't know they had him, honestly. He's a good player. I think he's super underrated.
He's a 900 OPS right now.
Okay, again.
Oh, they have Benintendi, too.
Who?
Benintendi.
He's he's not bad.
Connor, I haven't heard a word from you in a couple.
Can you guys not hear me?
Now I can. You were cracking up so bad.
I was talking about Benintendi, and they added one other bat besides Benintendi. There's one other person that they added in the offseason.
In my defense,
You
I
guys
could
are
not
telling me
hear
real good. You guys are selling me real good. I like Benintendi. I love him. I like him. I like Santana. He's a little old, but I like him.
That's who it was.
See.
Boys, update. We're through 6, baby. Through 6.
All right, we're a little too high.
Problem with this game though is it's 0-0, so you got to score some runs, Pirates.
I mean, that's not gonna happen. We all know
You got to
that.
find a way to do that.
Ryan Reynolds and Cole Tucker got to put one together.
Their lineup is so atrocious.
It's so bad. Cabron Hayes is good.
That's why they were in the show
He's not
once.
playing. Yeah, he's out.
That guy's a monster. Anyway, Astros. They have some good arms. I don't know. I just don't.
Nick.
think their lineup's great.
All right, and then tier after that, you have the Red Sox down.
Red Sox down. Yankees. I mean, dude, I don't know how their lineup doesn't figure it out. Like,
Hey, the Yankees are playing better, a lot better.
yeah, I mean, their lineup's just. I looked and it's just Judge and that's it. It's playing good.
They've won 3 in a row. They've won 7 or 10 now.
Yeah, they'll be
Yankees.
good. Padres. I mean, I love the Padres, and they still have Mackenzie Gore, C.J. Abrams, and the wings and more. Honestly, which is crazy. So they're gonna be fine. The A's, yeah, I like it. Like I said, they probably could use like a 1-1. I love Manai. I love Luzardo. I think Luzardo is that ace. I'm not
Yeah,
sure.
LeBron's been playing. He's been pitching so bad.
I know. I agree.
I trust him still. I do.
Me too. But yeah, they probably need Bassett. Like, they got a bunch of solid, like, 2 and 3s. But they need that big-time ace probably on, like, a bat, like I said. But I like the A's. I mean, the Dodgers are far and away the best team in the league. I like those two as the division winners. The White Sox just lost Robert for a while, and now they've lost Eloy for a while. But when they're full health, they're the best team in the American League in my head.
Also, you want to hear how he doesn't have a perfect game right now?
Sure.
He made an error.
Oh,
So-
God, dude, that's bad.
It's even worse.
Yo,
It probably feels better.
do you remember Adam Tabor at Metro?
I do remember Adam Tabor in Metro.
So in high school, he was throwing. He had a perfect game as well, and a kid bunted in the 6th inning, and he threw it into right field.
Love it. Trying
So-
to win. Love it.
It was against Thornton High School.
It was against who?
Thornton High School.
I think he said Thornton.
Yes.
Oh, Thornton, okay.
I think I just read his lips, though. I don't actually.
He cut out halfway through Thornton.
Thornton.
Tabor, what a guy.
All right, Connor, do you have any objections or with the list?
No, I don't. I'm a fan. If anything, I would definitely. I think I would put Miami down 1 tier, just because I don't think they can score anything. Like, they can't score.
Their bullpen's atrocious, too.
It's Dylan Floro's closing games out. Dylan Floro.
There's
Now,
a guy, Nick, we were just talking about before this, a guy on the Marlins that I said he's thrown 11 innings this year. He got popped for steroids. Nick thought I made him up as a person. Even though
Hey,
he was
you
a
never heard of him either.
No, I didn't.
Yeah.
I don't remember his name. We just talked about him. I don't remember his name.
No, I forgot also. Holy Campbell.
What was it?
Is it something Campbell?
It was something Campbell, though. He's thrown 11 innings on the year. He's throwing at a 9 ERA, and we have never heard of him.
that's a tough
11
game.
innings on the year. That's
I
insane.
think steroids I take steroids for that career. My career ended right there, and I get a 11 Bailey innings throwing at 9. I'd do steroids in a heartbeat.
You know, outside of that, I mean, I just don't know who you would bump up. Maybe the Angels.
Yeah, see, with the Angels, though, they are on my fucking shit list right now.
They've been on my shit list for like 7 years now.
They fucking hate him. I hate him so much. Stop ruining his career.
Every year they're like, I don't know, maybe a random Jose Quintana signing will save us. And I like Jose Quintana. It was a good
Dude,
role.
they might make me more mad than the fucking Rockies.
I mean, dude, How about like it's like the meme where it's like a water cooler that's leaking like a humongous amount of water, and someone just takes a Band-Aid and slaps it on there. That's what they did. They took a $245 million Band-Aid in Anthony Rendon, and there's like they have holes everywhere. They just slapped it on the water.
Should we just get into my hot topic right now then?
No.
No, because we have Struggle Bus and Winner
I feel like
Circle.
it's a good segue into it right now.
I mean, it's up to you. It's up to you.
We are moving. Is that it with the tiers list?
My tiers list. No, I made a beautiful graphic, guys, too. And my team did. I'm sorry. My intern did. I intern did a graphic.
I just gotta find this picture. From do I not have it?
I'll take the next month when I do this again. I will. I'll stop doing the cowards way out, and I'll put the NL East in appropriate spaces. I feel like that was a soft move, but I just couldn't figure it out.
Alrighty, so right now, segueing into the Struggle Bus. Okay?
Oh, you got it.
Yep, I will. I have last week's up. We're just gonna go through. We're gonna go through.
Do you have players you have in mind?
Oh, Miguel Sano's on there. I don't know how.
No, we're going through last week's tier list, update, see how they're doing. If they should get off the Struggle Bus or if they're still doing it.
Gotcha.
So-
Yeah, Yankees are off.
Yankees, and the best part is they were the driver too.
Yeah,
wow.
the Yankees are officially off the struggle bus.
Beautiful. What if anyone would be able and willing to look up their last 10 games?
Yep. I got everyone. I also watched Nick Ahmed. Nick Ahmed's been not playing, so he's off the struggle bus. He got benched. He's off the struggle bus.
He's been booted.
He's been employed by the bus transportation company to clean the buses after they depot.
I watched him, and he got a pinch hit AB yesterday, and I was like, hey, there he is.
There we go.
He didn't get a hit, by the way.
I don't on my phone. My phone is Nick Gordon on the Twins roster. Or on the Twins
Miguel Sano is going to stay on the struggle bus.
Yeah, this guy's hitting 111 with a 550.
His last 7 games are still, he's at 1 bomb, which was yesterday. So maybe it's coming up, but he might move to the front.
I mean, that guy's terrible.
He's bad.
Are you
Who's
so?
the other person?
Right now.
Who's the other person we had on there?
Is it Davies?
Yes.
Oh, can I say it? Zack Davies lucked out today and got postponed. They were playing the Dodgers.
That was Hendricks.
Oh, that was Hendricks. They're the same person. They both did terrible.
All right, dude. Kyle Hendricks is on Zach. I like Zach. Zach Davies is a good big league career. Kyle Hendricks is one of the best.
I think Kyle Hendricks throwing like a 7. Okay, let's not fucking take it easy there.
Look at that now. It's a 7.54.
Oh, that's so good.
That was horrible.
Yeah, I know exactly. So it's the same person.
Over the last 5 years, name the 4 arms that fell under a 3.5 every single year. Name the 4.
Where? For who?
It's 3 Hall of Famers and Kyle Hendricks. It's
I don't know
Scherzer, Verlander,
what's going
Kershaw,
on.
and Kyle Hendricks.
So Zack Davies' last outing, Connor, I'll let you decide if he was on the struggle bus or not.
Okay.
Terrible.
He went
Zach Davies was throwing
3 innings, 6 runs. Oh, 5 runs. Sorry, 5 runs. 3 innings, 5 runs.
Yeah, no, he might be the one driving it.
He got 4 strikeouts, but also walked 4.
He's been walking on.
Strikeouts are so common these days. There's not even anything. If you're a starter and you can't get 8 or more, don't care.
So all 3 of those guys are staying on the struggle bus.
Yankees are hopping off though. Well, who's the guy that got benched?
Look at that.
Nick Ahmed.
Dude, make him the janitor for the bus. We can find someone else. If he's not even
Nick
playing.
He's driving like the struggle moped. We kicked him off the bus.
All right, so
Davies is probably gonna be there soon.
Yankees are off. Nick Ahmed's off. Sano, he's staying on.
Oh yeah.
And then Davies is staying on.
Oh no, Nick Ahmed played all 3 games against the Rock. He just only pinned. He only got sat for 1 of them. He went 1 for 10 in the series.
Okay, he's staying on. All right, so
5 touchdowns. Getting better. That's horrible.
What'd you say?
Why are you pinch hitting him? He's not playing. Don't pinch hit him.
We should put Lindor on there.
Okay, Lindor will replace the Yankees.
Frankie's been bad. Frankie's been really bad.
You got to replace.
I'll tell you right now.
Got to replace New York with New York.
Can I talk about Connor? Can I talk about what Elise Diaz did?
Go for it.
A couple days yesterday. This was hilarious. Did I tell you this yet? Elise Diaz, who might be a worse hitter than Tony Walters. You know, I complained about Tony Walters for 3 years as the Rockies catcher. Elise Diaz is batting 98. He might be worse. He might somehow be worse. But also might have the worst IQ at bat in baseball after watching this play.
What happened?
Kelly, who's the Diamondbacks pitcher, is going for a bunt.
Jesus Christ.
Get it out there. What is it?
No.
What is it?
490 OPS and 80 at bats. Sorry, continue.
Oh yeah, that's not good. That might make it worse. He's getting paid a lot.
Yeah, and for that contract, and just in general for how good he's been his whole career.
So anyway, Elise Diaz, Kelly's sack bunting because pitchers don't know how to hit baseballs. So he's just getting a free out. There's 2 strikes, Connor, and Kelly fouls the bunt up in the air. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
So Kelly throws. So obviously it's a strike 3, right?
Yep.
Ball. The guy's on first. Ball's dead. Can't move anyway. Kelly's fucking walking back to the dugout. Right? Elise Diaz fucking throws the mask off, sprints and lays out and catches the ball. Makes a great play, but I was like, dude. It was strike 3 anyway. Why the fuck did you do that? Also, you're just taking strikeouts from Chichi Gonzalez, who needs them. That means K per 9's 4. He needs those strikeouts.
He needs it everywhere he can get it.
It's the most selfish play I've seen in big league history. Taking strikeouts from your teammates.
Gonzalez is
I was just watching it though, and I was like, oh cool, it's a strikeout. And he throws his mask off and lays out for the ball, and I was like, good play, I guess. I don't know why you did that.
Chichi Gonzalez is riding a 4 ERA his rookie year where he had 6 starts out for his whole career, even though he's starting a 17 since then.
Also, I don't get how Ryan McMahon has a 900 OPS. Every time I watch him play, he's terrible.
I mean, he's...
Connor, do you like his swing?
I honestly really haven't put too much looking into it. I know he's been kind of blowing up this year.
It's a very inside-out swing for a lefty.
Should I look it up right now on the pod?
It's very flat. Yeah, go for it. It's very flat and inside-out swing. I hate it.
You guys can get my natural reaction.
Yes.
Yeah, I don't like it personally.
How do you spell his last name?
You're the hitting guy, so.
Yes, we need.
McMahon.
I look at it in my eyes and I'm like, yeah.
How do you spell his last name?
Ryan McMahon. MCHHON.
Yeah. MAHON, right?
We can't spell here. It's MC. Okay, you got it, Connor. MCMAHON.
That's what I just said.
I know, but yeah, I was talking.
Ryan McMahon. McMahon.
Is he my spelling biceps?
Nick is stronger than Ryan McMahon. That's not true. Nick benches
6 pounds.
65 pounds.
All right.
6 pounds.
Here's a video of his top 10 longest home runs.
All right. I wish you could see a side view.
God. Rockies are fucking terrible.
Tell me what you think of that swing, Connor.
Okay.
The thing is, if Riley pined the minor leagues to come save you. Oh wait, that guy's.
He throws 90 now.
He also can't throw a strike.
I didn't know he still played baseball. O'Reilly's. You watching it, Connor?
Yeah.
What do you think?
I'm gonna need to screen record this. Oh, not available when I'm airplaying. Gosh dang it. I don't mind it.
You don't mind it?
He's up a little tall than I would probably say.
And hey, it works. I guess he's a big league hitter. It's in 900, but
I mean, there's talking about his player Q, so yeah.
I'm also seeing like
Tommy
no
Vito.
slow motion swings or anything like that. So I'm trying to find like a this is his 2020 highlights,
Yeah, bro.
2019
I don't know.
highlights.
like obviously it'd be easier to break his swing down if you had time and watch it from a side. It'd probably be a lot better, but I don't know. It's just not something I think is pretty.
We should do a swing breakdown and everyone else say something that's actually educational, and then I'll just be like,
Meh.
looks like a loser, right?
It's like I've swung a baseball bat one time.
I'm watching it. Oh, finally a slow motion video.
Alright.
I actually like it. I like it.
Fuck me. I just hate Ryman, man. No, I don't hate him. But
I mean, you should hate him, but you kind of should hate him.
Foot in the air when the ball's released.
Like, he can't play a position, and he's like an average hitter, so.
he's a utility guy. What does that mean?
Yeah.
I don't mind it.
Can you be an all-star with being a utility guy? Is that
Like,
possible?
I think it's only happened with like Ben Zobrist and a few other players.
Old Betty Hanna. Zorilla.
God bless Ben
We went
Zobrist.
to the cafe in Milwaukee a couple years ago.
I don't know. I don't know.
Dude,
I don't know.
Anyway,
I don't know.
All right, well,
Byron Buck's an animal still, so.
right now we're on the Warzone victory circle.
oh yeah, let's go.
Who do you guys think? So, segueing that, you just were mentioning Brian Buxton. Give me 4 players you guys think that are just kind of like killing it right now. That outside.
Dude, Mercedes still is balling. I don't understand what's happening.
You know who's
Is he
killing
good?
it?
Is he good, Nick?
Can you pull up his stats for me?
Dude, Jared Walsh.
Dude, you know who's better than both those guys? Who's
Mike
won
Trout.
MVP? You know, one
Chris
MVP?
Bryant. Yeah, but I want Chris Bryant to. Like, Chris Bryant's good. Jared Walsh, if you guys don't know, Jared Walsh came up 3 years ago as
He played in the big leagues in doubles and homers.
Jared Walsh came up as a reliever, Nick, 3 years ago. He wasn't the third pick out of college.
Second big loser.
Pick out of college and rookie of the year and MVP. Jared Walsh is
Just pick
27.
Astros. Mark Appel was really good.
Let Jared Walsh have his moment.
Jared Walsh, his stats that you put in the group chat is up on the screen right now for everyone to see.
It's pretty incredible.
Jared Walsh is awesome, bro. I love his swing. He runs really well too, and he plays first and outfield. Just awesome. I love it. Also, as a reliever, so take that as you will. He's a dual threat.
Do you think the Angels just purposely look for players like this? I mean, they got Shohei Ohtani.
Dude, I want him to get them. I want to see him on the mound. He's not going to, obviously. No, I don't. No, I think he throws it a 0 in the big leagues.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, I think it's like 3 innings.
So Jared Walsh, is he in the victory circle?
Dude, fuck yeah! Jared Walsh is leading the Angels in RBIs.
Beautiful.
That's a good stat.
Beautiful.
Yeah,
Jared Walsh.
Mike Trout's on their fucking team.
What are you, 70 years old? Mike Trout's in the tool. He's in over 100 RBIs old. Guess how many? No, pause. Time out. Guess how many times Mike Trout has had over 100 RBIs? Guess. Right now.
Probably 3 times.
No, once. It's happened one time. He's in the
Okay.
tool.
Yeah, because their team's going to get a base. I get it.
He also is in the tool. RBIs are the worst stat in baseball. I don't want to hear any RBIs.
Runs are the worst stat in baseball.
It's the same thing. It's just where you get the line.
Not.
It is the same thing.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
No, it's not.
Albert Pujols has had more RBIs than Mike Trout every year since he's been on the Angels.
Okay, that's a good. Yeah, because Mike Trout gets on base.
RBIs are the worst. I hate RBIs. I don't. They're very important, but they're a direct product where you get one.
Nick doesn't like stats that create runs to win baseball games.
That's not true. I like RBIs, not as an evaluation of how good you are.
Boys, Jared Walsh, career 1.8 in the big leagues, 5 innings, 1 run.
All right, really quick, we do have a commercial break. Thank you, everybody. This podcast is brought to you by RBI Baseball. RBI Baseball. We love RBI Baseball. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Now, Vish, continue on your rant about how RBIs are useless.
I like RBIs. I like RBIs are. That's really funny. I like RBIs. Not as an evaluation of how good you are, because it's a direct product for you in the lineup.
So you have nothing. You have no idea. You think people get on base and hitting with runners on isn't important?
Yeah, that's important. Right?
It's the same thing.
No, it is not the same thing. It is not at all the same thing.
What happens when you get a hit when people are on base?
What happens when there's less guys on base because you hit leadoff the entire fucking season, and then the pitcher's hitting the 9-hole?
You know the leadoff hitter doesn't just start with no one on base all the time. It's like the 9-hole gets on. They're like, leadoff hitter can't.
You like RBIs? Why do you like RBIs?
I don't love RBIs, but you're just shitting on it like it's the worst stat in baseball. When it's not true.
Walsh is leading the Angels in RBIs. It means nothing to me.
Like RBI is a better stat than batting average.
They're pretty similar to me.
Nick,
Both provide value. Just
Nick, you know what? I think Nick's saying that because he thinks the Triple Crown's stupid, and Mike Trout should have another MVP on his belt.
Triple Crown is stupid.
There it is. He's like, Miggy won the Triple Crown. Mike Trout should have won the MVP, which he should have.
2.5 of those stats aren't relevant. I'm just gonna say it. Average is cool.
It's like Mike Trout is the best at the stat.
Good. But
Mike Trout's not the best at the stat, Connor. The stats are relevant. Oh, Pete, next year Mike Trout has an 800 OPS. He's like, OPS is stupid.
Listen, no, OPS is the best.
Everyone knows our 7-6 plus weighted 8th inning Toronto is the best stat. Mike Trout's 1,000 there.
Listen. RBIs are direct correlation to where you're in the lineup. That's a fact.
No, you want to hear a dumb stat? Total bases.
That might be more valuable than RBIs.
You did not mean that.
Nah, I didn't mean that. But it also is a direct. Even that's a direct.
Aeneas messaged me a week ago and was like, "What's the point of total bases?" And I was like, "Nothing." Dumbest fucking stat ever.
Also,
if you bat leadoff, your total bases is better.
Yeah,
it's just how it works.
This is why I don't see the RBI thing. It's like the same fucking thing.
No, it's different because there's something about getting hits when there's people on base.
Bulls had over 100 RBIs like 3 of the last 4 years, and he's literally
runs matter. Scoring runs is important to win baseball games, Nick.
Agreed, but like using it to evaluate a player and how good they are is not the case. Tell me I'm wrong.
Get me away from this. Connor, get me away from this guy.
Tell me I'm wrong.
I don't know. I'm starting to lean towards Vish the more this man talks.
You what?
I'm leaning more towards you, Vish.
I like RBIs. They're important to win the game. But you can't actually evaluate
Which is what matters.
What?
Which is what matters.
Yeah, but dude, you could throw anybody in the 4-hole and they're just going to have 120 RBIs. Like Anthony Rizzo, past 5 years. I don't give a shit. You're in the 4-hole, one of the best lineups in the big.
Yeah, but there's a reason they're in that spot though, hitting 4, because they do drive runners in.
But then that's on a team-to-team basis. Because you got teams like the Dodgers who, I think Cody Bellinger was slotted to be like the 6th hole at the beginning of the season. I don't know where he's been batting since the season started, but he's a reigning MVP. Like he's a dude, and he's been 6. So unfortunately, Will Myers broke it up. And then Austin Nola hit a double, and now they're down 2-0.
Oh, wow.
So,
that's a Pirates thing. Everyone,
comes at you quick,
everyone tunes in to watch the no-hitter, and it turns out they actually watch your demise.
Is Austin Nola related to Aaron Nola?
The brothers. Pretty cool.
Kind of figured that.
I think Austin's older. He for sure is older.
Yeah. Kind of cool catcher.
Yeah, it's actually so cool.
It's really cool.
Also, that's pretty awesome.
Hey, he's a bad hitter.
Yeah, RBIs are the worst stat in baseball. Not the worst. They're just not a good stat to evaluate talent.
Also, is Austin Nola a bad hitter? Because it doesn't even matter if you can hit as a catcher.
Runs, RBIs, something.
All right, what are we talking about next? Before I kill Nick here.
We are still in the winner's circle.
The winner's circle, we're still.
We have
How do
one.
we go?
Jared Walsh.
I feel like we should put DeGrom in there.
Yeah, even though DeGrom deserves every week, he's starting like a .4. Like, we had to be like, what's going on?
Yeah, like.
Did they finally score some runs for him?
No. But they scored like 2, so like it's like enough.
So as a pitcher, imagine like Vish, if you guys were throwing and you guys were on a historic tear like this.
Well,
Like,
we're gonna need more than 2 runs if I'm pitching.
oh, let's say.
I can't even imagine going on a storm run like this.
I was like trying to process that.
If you were and had the ability of Jacob deGrom, what are your thoughts going out onto that field every 5th day? Like, what are you thinking? What are you wanting? Like, what is your life like?
Oh my God, he's 2-2 on the year, throwing at a .5. And he has 5 starts, so that means he got a no decision also.
How does that even happen? How did he know it? He goes like 8 innings every game, too. Like,
He has 2 losses. He has 2 losses. And he's let up 2 runs.
dude, how does that even happen?
What does that mean? They physically didn't score.
I think if I was big, I'd be.
Nick.
Nick, I'd be so.
Nick. He's let up 2 home runs. Those are only runs.
Dude, I would just be confused. Like, it's like when I am right now. Like, I'd be like, guys, why are you doing this? Like, why would I go out there?
Laughable. I'm looking at all these games.
Like, guys, just hit normally. You know, like, don't always suck when I'm out there. I mean, I wouldn't be pissed because, like, I'm just doing my job. I'm out there doing my job. I would just be like, what voodoo magic is making you guys suck so bad?
In his defense, he pitched terrible last game with 6 innings, 1 run. By his standards.
Dude, he's a monster. He's actually a monster.
Yeah, so his 2 losses on the year. So he got his first outing of the year. He went 6 innings, no runs, got a no decision. Then after that, he lost a game going 8 innings, 1 run.
Dude, what is happening?
And then he won a game going 6 innings, no runs. And then won a game, obviously, going 9 innings, no runs. Can't lose. Basically can't lose. And then lost his most recent outing going 6 innings, 1 run.
You can't exit the game that early. That's just what it comes down to. If you're,
That means they were losing. Like, they just didn't score the rest of the game.
you
They
cannot,
got shut out.
as a starting pitcher in the major leagues, if you aren't making it through all 9 innings, don't need you.
He's gonna have to start going 10 innings.
He's gonna have
He also drives in his only RBI like every other time he starts to. Like,
Exactly.
Like,
And it's gonna have to be against another NL team, because if they play away at the AL, he's gonna get DH for. Now they can't score.
Sure.
They just took out their best RBI and.
Because the game I watched, he went 2 for 4.
Starting to sound like Shohei Ohtani.
Dude,
I don't understand.
he's batting 460 right now.
Also,
DeGrom?
It's easy to forget that he's won. He's
It's only
won
5. I know it's only 5 games, but that's still insane.
in real season. He's won back-to-back titles in like real.
All right, I'm gonna tell you how many runs they've scored. I'm gonna do the quick math real quick when he's in the game.
All right, then we're moving on. I think it's someone else for the winner's circle.
You guys can talk about something while I find this out.
Winner's circle.
So who do you guys think for a third? Throw some names out, Vish.
Chris Bryant, but that'd be pretty greedy of me.
Who?
Chris Bryant.
I mean,
His ball.
Home runs and doubles.
what was that?
He's leading the big leagues in home runs and doubles before today. Tied, but.
Okay.
He's
Anything?
fourth LPS before today at 11:25. You can look that up. It's on the nose. I gotta be honest with you guys.
How many RBIs does he have?
I don't care because RBIs aren't relevant. He actually does in the 4 hole, so probably a pretty good amount.
Okay.
In the 2 hole career though, but RBIs. I have a season-long flyer on him to lead the major league in runs. But Chris Bryant should be in the winner's circle. I'm just gonna say.
Oh my goodness.
Okay.
Remember that game he threw 6 innings and we were like, didn't throw enough? The game was only 7 innings.
Oh my god, dude. Holy shit. That is so bad. That is so bad. How does this happen?
That's a tough gig, bro. That's such a tough gig. Like,
You guys want to guess how many runs they've scored while he's been pitching in 5 games?
a 4.
4, yeah.
4? No, come on.
2.
Scored 9 runs.
Oh.
Okay.
I think that's 1.5.
Let me just like, part of the reason baseball is the best is because over 162 games, things just even out. Like, you are where you are in baseball. There's no, like, football, you can play really well for 10 games, get hot, and then do bad, and then go fast and lose. Baseball is not that. You are where you are after 162.
Mm-hmm.
That's why it's beautiful.
It's one of the best sports.
But one of the most puzzling things in the game is DeGrom had no runs for it. And the first half season happened. I was like, kind of funny, this is really weird. And it's been like fucking 3 years this shit. I don't understand what sort of spell has been cast on the Mets lineup.
Do you think it could be something in your mind, Connor,
I don't understand.
as a hitter? In your mind as a hitter, could you be going to the ballpark every day going, fuck, we really can't do this. Oh, wait, yeah, we can. Come on. We can do this. It's just, we do this every day. Come on.
Dude,
Like, are you just overthinking it, you think?
I have no idea. Because normally what you'll have is when you have a dude throwing like DeGrom is, normally that, like, I don't know, fires your hitters up when you see like 0 after 0 after 0.
Yeah, you're going to get quick KBs.
When dudes are just going up with absolute swords and are walking back to the dugout and pitching ninja is literally just videoing your game because you have the best pitcher on the mound, normally you get like a little motivated. So I have no idea what is going on. Maybe it's just too much pressure. I have no idea. Like you guys said, it's been going on for 3 years. And the fact of the matter is, like, they literally just can't score for him. He has to do more for himself than anyone else will do for him in that lineup. And it's ridiculous. Like, I don't know what they need to do. I have no idea, but they need to figure something out.
Like Jack Flaherty, another ace, right?
Yeah.
In the big leagues. Starting at a 3-4 right now. Not great, but he's 5-0.
Yeah, I mean, it's 3-4 is solid.
Like, example right there, Connor, when your guy's on the mound, they're like, fuck, we got to back him.
Right. And that's just not happening right now. And I don't know what it is.
Garrett Cole, 4 wins. Kershaw, 4 wins. Matz, 4 wins.
You saw Steven Matz in a fucking category with Clayton Kershaw and Garrett Cole?
Steven Matz is starting at a 5 and he's 4-2.
You just said Jake DeGrom, Garrett Cole, and Clayton Kershaw.
Steven Matz. Isn't that funny, Connor?
That's hilarious.
I feel so bad for the dude. I really do. Like,
It's crazy.
he's day in and day out. Now, my question is he this good because he knows he has to be? Or is he this good because he truly is this good?
Big leaguers don't know how to hit off. Like, the gap level between him and big league hitters is laughable.
It is crazy.
It doesn't make sense to me.
Also,
It looks like him pitching like a normal big leaguer, like an average big league arm, pitching against college guys.
dude,
It doesn't make sense. There shouldn't be a skill gap like that, and there is.
it's pretty incredible. Like when those guys, come back like Nico Hornady this year, come back like a little bit jacked, all cut up.
Yeah.
To hit, more home runs or throw harder or whatever it is. This dude is still just a twig. Looks like the same as he did when he was 24 and came to the league with the long hair. Was sitting 94, and now he just hits 100. And I don't understand how that happened, but he's just gotten so much better, and it makes.
Dude, it's so easy too.
It just looks phrase is the most like non.
You can make an argument that his fastball at 100 is not his best pitch.
No, dude. Like you could argue it's just third best. You could literally make
Yeah,
arguments.
literally argue it's his third best pitch. His slider is probably his best pitch, and his changeup, dude. He throws changeups to big league right-handed hitters consistently.
Yeah. Eats them alive. He'll throw
1-2 changeups to right-handers, like down and in, because it's still 90.
Yeah.
It's literally just the nastiest sinker ever.
I hate it. I don't. He's incredible. All right, let's get off DeGrom.
So we got Jared Walsh,
I'll give you one
DeGrom,
more, and then we're
Chris Bryant.
One more.
I'll give you one more. Give me a sec. Dude, Daniel Duffy, easily.
Walk me through. What is his stats? What's he
Daniel
got?
Duffy's 4-1 on the year, throwing at a .6.
Yeah.
That'll play.
Yeah.
I call him Daniel.
He's also let up 2 runs on the year, and they've both been home runs.
Why you call him Daniel?
I don't know. Because me and Daniel Duffy are tight, bro. He prefers Daniel.
Would it be the opposite? It's like Danny's more casual than Daniel.
Danny's actually his real name too.
Is it really?
I don't know. I don't think it's Daniel.
I thought you were close with him.
Yeah, I don't know why I was calling him Daniel. Oh, it is Daniel. Okay.
Damn,
Richard
Daniel.
Duffy. Nickname Gordo. That's what I call him. Gordo. It's a trope.
His real name is Danny. Like, just threw me for a loop because why would his real name be Danny?
I don't know.
So,
Also, why would you know that?
what are his stats?
You know way weirder shit than that, first of all.
I mean, Mike Trout's middle name is Nelson. I've known that, and I just can't.
Yeah,
tell you.
that's like a normal thing to know.
No, I know.
Connor, everyone knows that, right?
You want to know Chris Bryant's
Definitely.
name?
See, this is where we're getting weird.
Anyway,
It's like ancestry.
What are his stats?
Chris Bryant?
No.
Oh,
Daniels.
Danny?
Yeah.
Gordo?
Yeah, good old Gordy.
you're Daniel Duffy again. I'm gonna fucking lose.
That's all I'm calling him now. Daniel Richard Duffy. Stats, he's 4-1 at a .6 ERA, I said.
It was pretty cool. Because he was like pretty solid with the Orioles, you know.
Yeah.
And then in the past couple of years, he's just been like a kind of bad, to be honest. Last like 2 or 3 years, but he was like a good 3 or 4 for him for a long time. And you know,
He's thrown out of 4.9, 4.3, 4.8 the last 3 years.
yeah, and he was like a high 3 guy before that. I feel like he was pretty solid.
He had 3. He had 1 year where he threw at 2.5.
Yeah, exactly. Like,
He went 9-12. What the fuck, hitters?
Yeah, but like he's had a good like big league career. Had a couple rough years, and then there was like quote where he said, "Bury me in Royal" or whatever. Bury me in Royal. Like he loves the Royals. He wanted to be there. They kept him around, didn't trade him. It's kind of a cool story, you know.
And now the Royals are one of the best teams in baseball.
Get out of town. Another reason they're going to regress. Daniel Duffy, our boy, throwing at a .6 is not going to continue. Anyway, I'm good with putting him in there. I like that one.
All right, we're gonna move on.
Yep. So, we've got our 7, 8, 9 topics.
Boom.
Do you want to talk about minor league ball for a little bit?
No. We got to save that for next podcast.
You want to say that for next one?
Yeah.
Okay.
Is that a yes, Connor?
That works for me. Save it.
All right, yeah.
So whatever you guys want to do.
Guys, it was just
Well,
we were
minor league
talking
baseball.
about today. If you guys didn't know, everyone watching this podcast, minor league baseball started 3 days ago. Got pushed back a month. Very exciting. Some awesome prospects we'll talk about next week. And even some better team names we'll talk about next week.
Little teaser. Oh.
Yeah.
Sir.
Okay.
RBI Baseball.
Yeah, we're gonna do 3 hot topics, starting at the best bottom of the order hitter, the 7-hole right here.
Let's see it. What you got?
I got one that would make Quentin Bonnell 3 months ago scream and murder me. The Angels need to trade Mike Trout. I know that sounds really dumb. I know this sounds stupid. But they might be in a worse spot than the Rockies somehow. They haven't developed any hitters or pitchers coming up. Their rotation's bad, and I don't care that there's no salary cap. Pujols making $30 million this year, and it's finally over next year. But Anthony Rendon for the next 5 years makes $38 million, and Justin Upton makes $20 million for the next 4. You have those two guys making $60 million on top of Mike Trout making $40. It's $100 million for 3 guys. With that kind of payroll, and being not a high market team, you're not going to be able to win, and you've proven you can't win with Mike Trout. Do him a favor, do baseball a favor, and just fucking trade him. I don't even know how you make that deal done at this point, because you go to a other GM, I guess, and be like, I want every prospect you ever had, ever. I don't know how you do it, because Mike Trout is the greatest baseball player ever.
I legitimately think you could get 2 highly touted number 1 prospects back.
Yeah.
And literally unload his whole deal still, which is insane. Yeah. That's how good he is.
I just
you could call Padres.
You even find a way to just be, hey, we'll give you him and Upton, and you give us some prospects, but they're just such in a bad hold. They can't support him at all. Even think about it right now, they're under 500, and Jared Walsh, who's a nobody, and Ohtani, who's not getting paid right now. They have 3 guys with an OPS over 1,000, and they can't win. Think how bad that is.
When you're done, I have a take on this.
So I don't know. Maybe it's against these are hot takes, right? But you just at some point, this dude's gonna wait. We're gonna wake up, and Mike Trout's gonna have no playoff hits because he's not gonna play any fucking playoff games. At some point, you just gotta do baseball a favor, man. And just if you love something, let it go, let it free.
See if it comes back.
It won't come back.
I don't know. Mike Trout on an Albert Pujols contract.
Mike Trout at 40 is gonna be a god still. I firmly believe that.
So good.
What's your take on this, Fish?
The Anthony Rendon contract is the exact same contract in my head as the Charlie Blackmon contract. My doors opened slightly, which was terrifying with the wind.
Except it's worse to me because at least the Rockies underpaid, and they're kind of just paying for it late. They never even had Rendon.
What do you mean?
So, at least with the Charlie things, you're we're kind of paying for, one, he's been a Rocky, and the fans love him, and 2, he's put up insane numbers, so we're kind of paying
what he's done.
He kind of did previous when we underpaid him. The Rendon one, they paid him when he was on the Nationals. He hadn't even played a game with the Angels.
Here's what I'll say.
Which isn't, I guess it's not really a real thing, but if you're trying to compare it to a Charlie deal like that, at least I'm just trying to give it a little context.
Listen, I get what you're saying, but from a team moving forward perspective, the only thing I'll say about why I think it's similar is right when you sign both those players to those deals, you doomed yourself because you put yourself in a situation where, if the Rockies right when they had the Rockies sign that deal, you knew Nolan had to be paid or traded.
Mm-hmm.
If you said, hey, Nolan, that's your whole salary cap. $150 million deal, whatever it was, 130, whatever it ended up being, and a $250 million deal. You ain't getting much more payroll out of the Rockies than that, and you did not have a roster around those two to support a winning team.
Do you think
you doomed yourself? Because you could have kept Nolan, but you wouldn't have been able to keep Charlie.
Do you think anyone on the Angels? Do you think anyone in the Angels organization has had a serious talk about this?
I mean, definitely, but
I don't think so either.
Rendon,
No, I'm talking about trading Mike Trout.
Oh, I mean, I'm sure.
It's the elephant in the room. No one wants to be the one to be hey, have you guys ever thought about this?
Think about this.
No. The first 3 interns.
That's the GM needs to come out and be the first one to be hey, has anyone thought about?
I'm just tired of the 3 year going.
I'm going to be oh, thank God. The intern's like, thank God, yes, trade him, please. And everyone's like, you're fired. Get out.
Dude, it was every year the Yankees go, oh, well, let's hope to God we have no arms. Let's hope to God that, I mean, thank God Ohtani's signed with us. But then beyond that, roll the dice on some veteran that's had a down year. Jose Quintana, Julio Toronto, who I like. Always guys I like. You can't actually roll the dice. Expect 4 fucking viable starting pitchers to come out of shit that you just pick up off the street. And by the way, you did that same thing when you could have spread out the $250 million to the actual have. That's why the engineer know how to doom you. You had a hole at third base, but you need to plug in a 30-year-old superstar who might be worth that money if the Braves sign him. We didn't have fucking 10
So
holes.
here's the thing, though. What do you do? So Tani has this year and next year. Even though you lose Poole's contract, you're just gonna pay Tani Poole's money, and so guess what? Your team's gonna look like
The
I
same.
agree with
the
you.
exact same thing you have right now.
I mean,
You're in this like weird like dynamic where you're just gonna keep doing the same thing over and over when deals are done. And I feel like at some point you just gotta break the cycle somehow. And I don't think the move is trying to just trade Rendon and Upton and starting over, because that's not. I don't think that's fair to Mike Trout and not fair to baseball.
So, question: how much money do you think the Angels are actually making? Like, do you think that
They're
they're
making plenty with Mike Trout there.
why, as an owner? Because one thing that I have been researching and looking up is that a lot of owners of ball clubs actually also own a lot of the real estate around the ballparks. And generally what you'll see a lot of the time is that they'll just happen to own a restaurant that just happens to be on the same street of the ballpark, or they just happen to own 3 of the major hotels right next to the ballpark, or they just happen to own block next to the field. So maybe they're actually making more of their money or more of what they would like to see on that back end on the real estate around the ballpark for being able to advertise Mike Trout, for being able to advertise, because there are a lot of teams that will say that they're not actually a big market team. Talking Baseball always brings up the Oakland A's, that they've been able to sell to their fans that they're a small market team when they're not, and that what they've been doing and being the small amount of success, they're saying they're selling to their fan base like, hey, this is actually an incredible win for us. So do you think the Angels, how much longer can the Angels keep playing this game of we're trying but not really trying and keep making money on the back end? Like, how much longer do you think like a GM or an owner like this has before it's like something's got to
This
change?
isn't a secret, right? A lot of MLB teams, the GM doesn't have control.
The bad MLB teams, the GM doesn't have control.
Yeah.
If you're ordering
And
metal,
the main problem with that is because a lot of owners, it's a business still. Like, not every owner only cares about money. There are some that obviously I think it's rare probably that owners care more about winning the money. I think that's really rare.
oh, it's never, it's non-existent.
Like, Mark Cuban's the only one I can think of in basketball.
Yeah, even then, like, he's still an investment for him.
Yeah, but again, this is all a business and ownership. So, like, from I get it from their standpoint, like, you would never trade Mike Trout. It'd be the dumbest thing ever for you. But I'm looking at the show. If I was a GM and I'm strictly trying to win and put a situation for me to make playoff pushes, because that's all I give a fuck about.
I get what you're saying. I still think it's better.
To answer your question, Connor, from a fan perspective, I think that's just kind of how much you want to dig into as a fan. You want to look into that. But like if you trade Mike Trout, like, a lot less people are going to those games.
That's what the Rockies are. It's the Rockies. Every decision they want to like win, but if you actually want to rebuild, especially in a small market, you have to suck. But they're not willing to suck.
Are the Angels a small market team though?
The Rockies are in
Are the Angels a small market team though?
No, but like we were saying, I mean, kind of like mid
Kind of, not really. They're like
You just mentioned how they've been able to pay 3 players $100 million plus, and they're all out of their prime.
yeah, but that's not really what I mean. Like a small market.
Yeah, anyone could like
Like, look at the rest of the people they pay. They pay like all their starting pitchers a total of like $15 million this year.
yeah, like they don't. They might have more money than you what you're saying, but like their payroll is caught up in like 3 dudes.
Yeah, that's the problem.
Which are rookies that are good anywhere else. They don't. They just don't have any depth.
I just can't believe that a team in LA is considered a small market team.
That's fair.
I wouldn't say it's small market. It's not the level of the Dodgers.
Even if it was, all I'm saying is like you like as the Angels, similar to Rockies, same shit. Like I think like I think the Rendon signing is strictly a business signing because like you can't sit there as a baseball operations department and say this is gonna help us. It is gonna help you win 2 more games next year, but like you could win 10 more if you just spread that out where you actually had need instead of just slapping a superstar on there and making up printing a bunch of posters to put up on your fucking stadium. Like that's all that shit is, which is why I hate the Rendon signing. It's like you didn't even help your baseball team. You just
okay. We'll throw the Angels, but my question is, Mike Trout's so generational. Are they a top market team just because of Mike Trout on the revenue standpoint right now? Because like I'm looking at they're 5th in revenue.
I mean, probably.
Is that just like I want to know how much of that is Mike Trout?
I mean, a large portion of that is Mike Trout.
They're not a small market.
Hmm?
They're not a small market.
I didn't think they were small market. I just didn't know if they were. I put them in the middle tier.
Yeah, that's hard. I would have guessed.
I put them in the tier with like Philly.
Yeah, same. It's probably right around what I guessed. But like, yeah, it's just like that's such a like. I can't tell if it's ownership or if their baseball operations department's dumb, but the Rendon signing looks like a Rockies move where it's like the Nolan extension was dumb as shit. It was just to sell jerseys.
Yeah, it's just like, and like it makes us look like we're making moves too, but without actually filling holes.
Exactly. Like, and if you want to actually win baseball games, you have to decide to suck. Even if you're a big market, small market, the Yankees.
I think with that one, they didn't. I felt like they could have just got guys that fill holes and been a lot better than they are now.
I know, I agree, but I'm saying like
they didn't have to go suck route.
No, I agree, but I'm saying like you have to actually commit to not selling as many jerseys in multiple instances.
No, yeah.
So teams will be like, we want to win. Anthony Rendon looks like a winning move, but like in reality, it's just going to sell you, make you more money. You're not going to win more games by getting Anthony Rendon. Same with Arenado or the Charlie Blackmon.
What's your hot topic, Connor?
Oh, am I about in the 8 hole? Let's do this.
Nick, are you good? I'm sorry, I just interrupted you there.
Oh, you're fine. It's just like it's the classic. Like we care about money more than winning, even though we're gonna make it look like we care about winning. This is the Rockies do the same shit. Which is why I hate the Angels. They're literally my least favorite. One of my least favorite. And you started to get me to buy in this year a little bit Q with them, and now I'm back just being like I hate them. But
yeah, no, I do this every year. I hate myself.
It's okay.
Mike Trout has 0 career playoff hits, and it just makes me sad.
I get it.
Like I can't. He's 0 for 3. Like I can't have that.
Hey,
he's 1 game.
Christian LeClaire here.
All right.
Because I have people that just irritate me, and they'll be like, maybe he's just not a good playoff hitter. We don't know, and I'm just like, oh, don't stop. They're like, well, like he didn't prove it in that 1 game. Like he could have pulled through and been close. Like yeah. And they're just doing it to irritate me, I know, but it still just makes me so mad.
Is that the 7 hole right there?
It's a 7 hole.
Alrighty. Moving on to the 8 hole. Vish, you good batting up 9?
Hey, whatever, yeah, I'm good with that.
All right.
Second leadoff, that's what they call that, Nick.
So, I'm batting 8 hole, and my hot topic of the day is Amir Garrett. Dude.
Oh, this is good.
What the fuck are we doing?
I hate it.
What the fuck are we doing, my guy? You're losing in the middle of the game. you have a dog shit season so far, and you strike out, which I mentioned earlier, is starting to become a pretty fucking common out. Like, let's be honest. The strikeout rate is going up. The walk rate is going up. Strikeouts are just a common thing in the game. It is what it is. And for him to get that fired up about a lefty on lefty strikeout to stare down a calm, cool, collected veteran like that, as he walks back to the dugout screaming, "This is my MF house," and just going, dude, I am all for showing some expression on the baseball field. I love it. Shit, when I do lessons here, I'm actually in my tunnel right now. As we actually have a portion of where you bat flip, you pimp stuff, and it doesn't even have to be a home run. It could just be you just expressing and learning how to show how much work you've put in and get to show that off. Like, hey, look at what I've done. Look at all of the work that I've put in. Look at that. And he just sent them, the people that want to show expression, like 3 years back to the old, like, people of baseball. Because the old people of baseball, they see that and they use that as their example to be like, see, we just need to blah, 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 blah. It's like, no, that's a horrible example. That is just pitchers learning where the boundaries are. And Amir Garrett, you found your boundary, dude. What the fuck? I am all for expression, showing what you've got and having some feel in the game, but that was zero feel, and we need to be better. We need to be better. Now, with that being said, show it off, have some fun.
Let Nick go on this first because it was against the Cubs, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So, like, I hate it. Obviously, like, it's against the Cubs in general. But, like, I just hate it from a baseball perspective. I agree with you, Connor. Like, I want the game to be more fuck the old dumbass, like, rules about, like, I don't even, unwritten bullshit. Fuck that shit. I'm all for, even on the mound, like, a big moment, you get a big strikeout, you fist pump, you scream. He was, like, going at Anthony Rizzo. Anthony looked at him and was like, Anthony was just like, you could tell, didn't give a shit. He was like, what the fuck is going on here?
Yeah, it's like, it was the eighth inning?
The eighth inning, they're winning the game. It's not regular. The issue was, like, he was, like, going at Anthony. Anthony, again, like, Anthony's got nothing to prove. That guy can retire right now. He's been to 6 All-Star games, won a platinum glove, like, Silver Sluggers. Like, he's got nothing to prove here. They're winning the game anyway. Plus, Amir, like, what are you doing? If you want to do that every pitch, like, one, we're never going to play baseball. We're going to fucking have delays every goddamn game because you're being a fucking dipshit. Like, lock it in, buddy. Use your dumbass brain once. Amir Garrett, I actually kind of like him as an arm. It's just like, dude, that's so dumb. Like, I can't imagine. You got to be so dumb to actually do that. I love emotion. I love on the mound, even a big strikeout. I'm good with it. He was, like, going at Anthony. I love bat flips, all that kind of stuff. I want that in the game. But like you said, that's going to set that kind of stuff back, which is dumb. I also love Javi Baez just hopping the railing. I don't even know if he actually wanted to fight, but just to act like he wanted to get back Anthony, just Javi doing his thing. But yeah, that was stupid. I kind of like Amir Garrett too. It was just like, what the fuck are we actually doing here? Like,
Did you?
There's no time that should happen. So, like, I was an excuse in my head. Like, how does that happen? Fucking lock it in. Like, it's just stupid. It's just stupid.
The only
I'll get my quick comments in there. So I'm okay with you doing this, but you better be ready for this. Throwing at a fucking 12 this year, man.
Even then, like,
I'm saying, like, if you want to do it, just be ready for the ridicule.
Yeah,
like,
I mean, like,
you know those guys were on the Cubs were coming out and being like, you fucking suck. Your first fucking strikeout this year, sit the fuck down.
Yeah,
So you want to fucking do it. So you're ready for the ridicule like that. Also, I will say one thing. Love the Reds manager's response, Trent. Have you seen it?
what do you say?
No,
I really don't care what another manager thinks about one of our players.
Yeah. Oh,
I love that.
David Bell said that? Is he still the manager? David Bell's still the manager, right?
No, Trent Roskins.
Oh. Shit.
Yeah, because David Ross after the game said, that's his style. I don't agree with it. I think it's garbage. And then Trent came back and said, I really don't care what another manager thinks about one of our players, which I love. Back up your dude.
Speaking that up,
Both pitchers good.
really quick, speaking on that, the Phillies, I can't remember who it was. What team hit Harper in the face?
Yeah, that was such, and he hit Didi as well.
Yeah, did you? So it was Phillies. I can't remember who, but
Dude, he's so wild.
whoever they were playing against. Who's Girardi? Not Girardi. Who's the manager for the Phillies?
Girardi's on the Phillies.
So it is Joe Girardi. Okay, so Joe Girardi, after he went out, actually started like yelling at the pitcher. Did you guys see that?
Cardinals.
There we go. So he was yelling at the Cardinals pitcher, whoever hit him in the face, to like throw it over the effing plate and blah 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 blah. The manager of the Cardinals just like looked up and was like, "Leave my players alone, Joe," and just like went back to charting. Literally, just leave my players alone.
He should have got thrown out for that pitcher.
Really?
Yeah, dude. At that point, he hit Didi. I know he didn't do it on purpose. I know for a fact he didn't do it on purpose. And he got pulled right after that, which was the right move.
Well, do you know why he couldn't pull him after Bryce Harper?
Didi got hurt, and then he hit someone in the face. Like, you have to just toss him just to get him out of the game.
Because he couldn't pull him any sooner because of the 3-batter minimal.
Hit that rule.
Yeah.
Did you guys hear him in the post game like blame that's why he couldn't pull him? They were like, why didn't you pull him sooner? And he was like, I couldn't. MLB created this rule where there's a 3-batter minimal.
Garbage rule. Thanks, Rob. Appreciate you. You're fucking
Rob. Hey, Rob. Thanks. That should be our segment.
Thanks, Rob.
I hate Rob, man. I hate him.
Hey, really quick though, did you guys see Rizzo? They camera panned over to him during the fight with the Cubs and Reds. Did you see him?
No.
He was literally just like looking around, talking to somebody. Like, yeah, I have no idea, like what happened.
Having a conversation, yeah.
Yeah, and then Baez is about to fight Amir Garrett.
Yeah. Javi, I think, was just trying to like cause some commotion to be like, hey, this is not okay. Which it's not, dude. Like, and I'm all for backing your players in a situation like that. Again, I'm all for emotion. If it's just like a fist pump in a big spot or whatever, do your thing. Like, I want that in the game.
Or just or just turn around and do it.
What I'm saying though is, hey, he's gonna throw against the Cubs again. You better be able to take it.
Just do it. Just turn around. Do it to your duck. Think about it.
Man.
Think about it.
If Javi hits a 550-foot home run off him, you gotta wear that.
Who's that one rookie that had to come in and face Javi after they hit KB in the head?
No, I didn't watch the game. It's the only thing I saw from it.
This was known as last year. I remember he took the slowest trot of all time around the bases. It was against the Rockies. It was after Marquez hit Chris Bryant in the face.
Oh, I do remember that.
Chile.
I don't remember this.
I do.
Because they went back and forth a couple times. We're like, we hit them on purpose because they hit KB in the head and then Wilson like in like the neck area, and they hit us like the Rockies just hit us a shit ton. And they were pissed, and then we ended up hitting them back a bunch. And then Javi. Oh, and then Nolan. I love Nolan. He got fiery. I'm not blaming him because he was probably pissed he got hit. It was like 91 to the hip. He was like, that's too high.
That's what, and he brawled. I remember that.
Yeah, and Chris Brown got hit literally 4 days ago in the forehead with 97. Nolan got hit in the hip with 91. I was like, that's too high. And we were like, that's too high. You should have
Are you guys okay with throwing at people?
Yes.
Yes.
Not in the shoulder.
It has to be.
All for it.
Has to be shoulder below though.
To thigh?
Yes.
Or like to quad, extra shame, quad, lower back?
Yeah, probably to the knee.
Very.
Gotta aim a little higher.
Oh, knee above.
Yeah. That's why we say quad, just so you have a little room to miss.
Very, very seldom, but yes, I am for it.
I'm so reluctant on this because I'm like, yeah, I'm all for it, but again, like these guys throw 100. Like you could really hurt somebody.
Yeah.
I mean, don't do dumbass shit.
Yeah, that's right.
Again,
Sure.
very, very seldom. Very, very seldom.
There's nothing worse than when like somebody like Rizzo comes up though. And you're just like, I don't want this shit. And he's like, he knows he's gonna get hit too. And he's just like, I didn't do it. Like Javi's fucking running his mouth, not me. Why do I gotta get hit?
No, I get
Like
that.
after your guy just hits someone and you're in defense and you're like, fuck, I'm leading off.
You just know, too. That's the worst part, bro. The worst part is you're just like, I know. Like,
I've heard some.
I know.
It was one of those things. Like, have you guys ever had bench killing before?
yes. Canada.
I've always wanted to do it, and I played summer ball. And I was playing summer ball in KC my first year. I was talking to a kid, and they got into a fucking brawl in their college. And the dude got put into a coma
Oh my god.
because he was saying he was like, dude, the one I've always wanted to be in a brawl and stuff until I found out what a brawl is. It's 4-on-1,
Yeah,
Four.
that's
4-on-1, 4-on-1, just everywhere. And like he said, he was like fighting this kid, and then someone just was running around, and he just got clocked in the back of the head.
That
Got knocked out.
that reminds me, there was a fight in a college football game. Like,
Oh yeah.
and there were just people just running around throwing like random haymakers. No,
Bro, that's the thing. Like, I always wanted to be in a brawl until I was like, just kind of heard people that have been in it. I'm like, oh, that just doesn't sound fun.
Nah, it is. It's so much fun. Fuck that. Fuck those pussies. We almost got into a brawl up in Canada multiple times. And it was,
In Regina.
yeah, good old Regina. Yeah.
Regina.
I was so ready. Obviously I wasn't going to be the one to like start it, throw a punch or anything. But multiple times we lined up fucking face to face. Chalk line one time was like the no one would cross the chalk line type deal. It was pretty fun. I was excited for it, but never.
Well, college summer ball's so funny too because like you get like these weird scuffles and then you're like, actually those guys are cool, dude.
Right.
Why are we doing this? Because you're just playing so much, I think, in summer ball. You just get like kind of irritated on weird days. And you're getting like these scuffles, but then you're like,
Yeah.
I'm gonna go probably ask those guys if they want to get a beer later. And go to the fucking pool.
And now, up to bat. In the 9-hole. Vish, what's your hot topic of the day, Mr. 9-hole, second lead off?
I think I'm just gonna go with the pitchers. So I'm an old person. I'm an old baseball fan.
Oh, he's going back with this one.
How I evaluate the game is very new age. I love analytics, love statistics, but how the game is played, Rob Manfred chases another goddamn thing, I'm gonna strangle his ass. So the fact that I want to change this is very, very rare. I was even reluctant to accept replay, which makes no logical sense because it helps get calls being made right, but I almost didn't want it. I just don't want the game to change. How it's played, at least. I want the DH in the American League and the National League because I was a pitcher. I was bad at hitting. And then also I'm watching a product on the television screen, Major League Baseball, and watching pitchers hitting is not fun. Is watching David Ross manipulate the roster kind of cool? Sometimes, I guess. If you want to say that. But I'd rather watch any batter in the major leagues hit than Kyle Hendricks. He's watching Kyle Hendricks
I
hit.
can play devil's advocate for this one because I obviously agree. I think we all agree that we think there should be a universal DH everything, especially for last year that they did it and it was so effective.
Yeah.
Let me try to play devil. Just what people have. God, even people telling me this kind of stuff, playing devil advocate here is. It's like, why do you believe this? But I've heard people say the period of the game is the big one, and what's stopping from just DH? We're just making DHs for everyone. Why don't we just DH for the catcher then? Why don't we just DH for the shortstop?
Because the shortstops don't hit 210.
Just going up. Just give him what devil's advocate here.
Use your eyes. Look at the numbers.
Well, that's like the worst devil's advocate I've ever heard in my life. That was bad.
Horrific. Period of the game, I would get it. Like, purist, I get it, because I am one. I don't want to change the game at all. In no facets. The only thing I want to change.
Except for everything.
What's that?
Except for everything Rob does.
Well, everything Rob's doing to change the game. The 3-batter minimum rule is horrific. Horrific. It is horrific. It is horrific. Let me re-say it. It's horrific. Like, home run double. This guy's just got through another guy. Are you fucking on crack?
I'll look at some stuff. I'll get an argument here for why.
Period of the game, I would get it because, again, I understand that argument. I don't care in this instance because it's the only thing that I actually want to change. Watching pitchers hit is just dog shit. It's just dog shit.
It doesn't make sense to me either. Like,
all right, Nick. Okay, go for it, Connor. Sorry.
It doesn't make sense to me either. Like, in high school, you get DH'd for. In college, you get DH'd for. I think in the minors, you get DH'd for. I don't think a hitter. And then all of a sudden.
At every lower level, and then like AA and AAA, you start to do it in the National League.
And they're like, hey, we know you haven't hit in like 5 or 6 years. But why don't you just compete against some of the best players in the entire world that's ever been seen? Try that out. That doesn't make sense to me. And then just to take how much time pitchers have to take during spring training to practice bunting. Like, just little shit like that. Max Scherzer has, like, worn a ball to the face because he was trying to bunt in BP. Like, there's just a bunch of shit that just, like, doesn't make sense that we still try and do just because no one's decided to actually, like, make a change. And it's ridiculous to me. It really is. The fact that we don't have universal DHs, especially after last year, we fucking already did it. And we decided to get rid of it. And it doesn't make fucking sense. It doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
All right. Nick, I'm going to give you, you're going to have to argue all 5 of these reasons, okay? You ready? I looked up an article.
Go ahead.
And then I'm going to give you, I found another article that's just hilarious reasons why. I think it's a fake article. It's so funny, but I'll give you the real one first. All right, the first one is it's cool that the leagues are different.
Is it though?
I'm asking you.
No, I'm asking. Like, it's not. Like, I don't care.
The article says, is the only major sport where half the league is operates in different rules. It's a neat thing, and it means there's something actual distinguishing about the style of play. I like both brands of baseball, and I love that they coexist together.
All right, well, the NFL's king. In the NFL, they don't just eliminate the nose tackle in the AFC. Dumb as shit. That's the dumbest argument ever. That makes no sense.
The second one is
It might be cool. It
it allows single-handed dominance.
What does
So,
that
for
mean?
instance, like DeGrom throwing a shutout and then also hitting a home run.
Oh. Who cares? They never, ever hit home runs.
The next one is this
What?
one's really stupid. Holy shit.
Did you just say hit a home run and win the game themselves? What the fuck are we doing here?
This one says pitchers hitting are still remarkably impressive. Even though a guy's hitting 88, is batting average 88, he's still a bad hitter. But a bad hitter for a pitcher is still a remarkable good hitter for a normal human being.
So they're saying pitchers for
But
not
better hitters than normal people. I don't know.
I'm not gonna even try to answer that one. No, you said it so dumb. Three
Alright, I'm
terrible.
gonna give you the Nick. I'm gonna give you the reasons. These might convince you the other reasons, the dumb ones, more.
Okay.
Number 1, Bartolo Colon. This is the reason.
Just a person?
That's a better reason than the 3 I've heard so far. No shit, that is the best reason I've heard so far.
That is the best reason ever to vote.
I can't agree anymore. It's phenomenal. I mean, right when you said one of the dumbass reasons, it was pitchers who hit it's cool because they suck, but they're doing well because they suck. Or whatever. I thought of Bartolo. I was like, that was pretty cool because he's such a bad hitter.
So the next one is, who will wear the jackets on base?
I mean, that's really funny. Frankie Lindor was wearing a hoodie under his sweatshirt, though. Granted, he has a 490 OPS.
There's only two reasons in the article.
Jesus Christ. Best reason I heard, by far, Bartolo. The second one was pure to the game, but they're both not relevant, so.
And then the third one is they. The National League maintains the value of bunting and small ball arts that are sometimes forgotten in more power-oriented American League.
Listen, again, I don't want to change the game. I think changing it is doing ourselves a disservice, but bunting is not, from an evaluation standpoint or a product standpoint, benefit.
What about strategy for a manager? I don't hate this one.
That is a good argument. I like that argument. I agree with that.
Strategy for a manager.
What's that?
Strategy for a manager.
Yeah, I agree that would suck to lose, but it's worth it for me. All the other trade-offs. That's the one thing that I've heard that I actually agree with. Maybe the game I get, I disagree with it because I'm purist, but I want to change this. But total on money, not actually legitimate, obviously. Like I said, like watching David Ross pull off a neat double switch and moving the lineup around and having to think through all that shit is kind of fascinating sometimes. Especially when you get guys like Joe Madden throwing Travis Wood in left field. That kind of stuff is kind of cool, but I don't care in the long run, and I think the trade-off is infinitely better to watch. Cal Schwarber.
The reasons of why they should have it, DH is just so much better.
Well, hold on really quick. Who was the pitcher that caught the fly ball? It was the final out in left field like a week or two ago.
Oh.
Do you guys just know at least what I'm talking about?
No.
So I think it was a pitcher flew out to another pitcher with a position player on pitching, and the pitcher was playing left. So I just want to pause your comment really quick, Vish, when you said that you love seeing the cool double switches and everything. As a manager and coach myself, that shit sucks. It is literally the worst thing in the world to try and have to sit there and be trying to think, all right, so I have this DH or I don't have this DH. Now I need to make a switch. Now I need to do this. What position? It's horrible. It is the worst thing in the world. So the fact that that's possibly that and Bartolo Colon are the two best defending arguments for why we should keep pitchers in the lineup, that to me, that is my argument and why we shouldn't do that.
Yeah. I will say, I used to tell Connor when I was coaching. I coached with Connor last fall, and I told him, dude, it isn't that hard. I got to do half a game because Connor got thrown out. It was the hardest fucking thing ever. Did half a game, and I was like, fuck this. Because, why play thorough? And I'm like, fucking.
Well, dude, sometimes I look at the box score.
I'm going to play outfield.
Sometimes, I get it. Sometimes I have to look at the box score, and I'm on the Cubs game, and I'm like, oh, David, what do you do here? Tony Walters went in, and then he took out Wilson. Oh, wait, Wilson moved to left.
Especially in the NL, because it'll be in the late innings, they'll just replace whoever was the last out.
Exactly. It gets so fucking complicated.
So if the 5-hole was the last out, they'll just put the pitcher in the 5-hole.
Yeah, and it's holy shit.
Yeah.
It's so weird.
Also, have you ever heard the story when Connor got thrown out of this game, Nick?
Maybe. I don't think so.
Yeah, are we about done?
Yeah, I think Vish just gave his last hot topic.
Yeah, so real quick, we can talk about this.
So
we're in Arizona, and we got put in the consolation bracket, right?
Right.
And we won the first game in the consolation bracket, and we were like, oh shit, we have no pitching left.
keep in mind, I also put us in this tournament not knowing you kept playing as you won. It was a fall ball Arizona tournament.
Yeah, we thought it was like a 4-game thing.
Okay.
Not a 4-game thing.
We thought like if you got in like the top 8 of 100 teams, you play like a 2-game tournament.
Just for
So,
scouts.
Like, everyone else just plays their 4th gaming.
I got you.
So we won this game and we were like, oh, we have like, I mean, we have no pitching left. Like, we have guys that have like never been on the mound before. And it's like we like kind of talked to the coach before, like you seen dude when we were like, yo, like we're gonna be throwing some dudes, like don't, we like me and Connor were like, we're never some people to be like take it easy on us, obviously.
Yeah,
Just how I feel.
Yeah.
Because like there's a good chance you guys are gonna go up a lot.
Yeah.
Just how I feel.
Yeah.
And it's like the 5th inning. It's like 2-1 or 2-1. And we're just in the game somehow. And somehow.
Well, I'll tell you how Cole Rulo. No, that he threw the game to win.
Yeah,
My bad.
Won. So, but we have a guy. They have a guy that steals third, and our catcher throws him out, and they call him out. And we're like, "Fuck yeah, we're in the 5th, down 1. Let's go." And
What were you like?
we're down the 5th, and we're the 5th.
Okay, let's go.
Their coach is like, "I want an appeal," and we're like,
Now keep in mind, really quick,
"We don't really have 2 umpires."
2 umpires. The base umpire was in the correct
So
spot,
we made the call.
literally right there.
He goes, "I want an appeal," and everyone like our team's like. Our team's like, oh, they're not going to appeal that right now. I go, who are they going to ask? The fucking home plate umpire? Like, I literally said it out loud to Connor and the team. I was like, what, are they going to fucking ask the home plate umpire? And they go, I want an appeal from the home plate umpire. And I was like,
So
I go, hey, buddy, that's not how this works.
So I turn to the dugout and I go, boys, the only reason these umpires are actually getting together and talking is just a formality. Just a formality. They just want to show the other coach that they're willing to do this kind of thing. And I was like,
Yeah, so me and Connor even had like, hey, guys, you want to know what they're talking about right now? Hey, Connor, what are you doing later? Can you believe this guy? He doesn't just trust me that I'm standing right there.
I know, right?
So me and Connor shooting shit. We're like, hey, like we're gonna like make some substitutions here. Like we're just like I'm like talking to the pitchers. I'm like, hey, like we don't have any arms left. Can you throw? And then we. Just
And I go, hold on. And I go, if they somehow change
And I was
this,
like, it's not happening.
I go, I said it 3 times. It's not happening.
Well,
But
just from the standpoint of, even if it was a close call, why would the home plate umpire change the call?
It's like space.
with a right-handed batter up,
I got a better look if you're over there.
right-handed batter's up.
Right field, hey, guy in the right field. You think he was safe?
Yeah, like
So I go, yeah, if they change this call, boys, I'm getting tossed. I was like, but they're not. They're not. Right-handed hitter.
yeah. I mean, I would never.
Umpires get done with their meeting. Safe. Dude, I hop out of that motherfucking dugout so goddamn quick.
I said, see ya, Connor.
Bro, I sprint out there.
Those sprints.
Oh, and I just lost it. I was like, how the hell can you change that? I was like, you're telling me the guy that is closer doesn't have the good angle? And then I go, well, as being home plate, I have the best angle. I go, sir, there's a right-handed batter in the box right now. You're telling me through his chest you did not see a tag? And he goes, correct, I did not see a tag. I go, but if I went to the base umpire, he would tell me he did see a tag, correct? And he goes, well, that's not what we decided at the end of the conversation. And, dude, I just fucking lost my shit. I just lost it.
Yes, the best part about it, too, Connor was like, with this home plate umpire is going to be nothing compared to what I'm about to give this third base umpire. Connor didn't even make it to the third base umpire. He got tossed.
Dude,
You're playing going to third base guy and being like, "You're such a fucking pussy for letting me change your call."
the most beta fucking kappa delta
You're right,
move
you can make the call.
in the fucking world, bro.
I didn't even make it to that guy.
They didn't even, home plate tossed me before I could even get to. I said maybe a sentence, maybe two to home plate, and that dude fucking tossed me.
So then your boy's coaching alone, which is not what you want.
No.
So we're down 8. Next thing you know,
Oh God.
it was bound to happen.
It was.
It was bound to happen. We had no arms. They scored like 6 in that inning. After that, so then I'm sitting there, like I'm just like, hey guys, like we're just gonna keep throwing, like we're gonna teach some of you guys how to pitch a little bit. Like don't worry about like holding runners on. We're down 10.
Yeah.
We're not gonna steal.
Yeah.
Down 10 in the fucking 5th inning. It's fine. Like just high leg kick. Don't worry about it. Like guy on first, still hold him on, but like don't worry about it. Gonna just try to have some, get some ABs in, get your last ABs in Arizona, and let's just go home.
Yeah.
They do a double steal down up 10. The ball's like pretty much in the catcher's glove, like when he's fucking catching it, and I was like, the first thing I did was like, I'm gonna look at the coach, because if the coach turns around and takes care of it, I'm gonna be good. Because like he turns around and is like, hey guys, like no need to do that.
Yeah.
Cool. He handled it. I look over there. Let's go, boys. Let's fuck it. And I was like,
So Q almost ends up getting tossed.
I was like, next inning, I was like, oh, dude, this motherfucker. It's like, next inning, they like a pass ball and they go, and I'm like, that's fine. I'm all for like, you hit a ball in the air, sack fly, go, pass ball, take one piece. That's fine.
For sure.
These fuckers are hitting and running.
Jesus Christ, dude.
And I fucking mid-game, right after the inning, I fucking walk over there. Almost got tossed.
Keep in mind, we have a fucking parent that's helping out from the stands
Assistant coach.
because my ass is tossed.
And I'm in front of these kids right now, this coach is there, and he's like, no, don't do that. I was like, I'm gonna go kick this fucker's ass. Like, I'm literally gonna drop this fucker. He's like, no, don't, like, no need. And I'm like, no, I'm gonna go fucking kill this fucker. So I walk over there and I was like, I get it, man. I'm never gonna be the one fucking crying when you're playing hard and doing the right thing in baseball, but have a fucking feel. This is your fucking time winning a goddamn game by 10. And he was like, So I'm over there coaching third, and he goes, dude, he's standing right in third base, and he's in the dugout talking to his play. He goes, guess some people just can't handle competition. Standing right there. And I was like, I'm fucking standing right here. He goes, I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to my players. I was like, who are you talking about? Random guy in the fucking out in right field.
That's a nightmare.
Then I almost got tossed. And then the bottom of the seventh, they became a shit show. I'm called the strike when the ball hit the ground.
Jesus.
And I was just sitting there at third, and I was like, what the fuck are we doing here?
Yeah.
Should we just call this game? What the fuck are we doing?
Yeah. That sounds like a nightmare.
I was having to text.
No.
I was texting the parent that was in the dugout how to like do plays and shit. Because the tournament director came over.
They took advantage of me, those kids. They were like, can I play short? And I was like, I don't give a fuck. Think I care?
Fucking tournament director comes over and he goes, so I heard there was a little issue. And I walked him through what happened. Dude gave me fucking knuckles. And he was like, hey, do you want to come watch your team play? And I was like, yeah. So he fucking just like let me walk up essentially. And I was just watching the game from the stands, which you're not allowed to do. Because the tournament director was like...
Watching Q about to fucking try to fight the other coach.
And I'm texting the parent in the dugout like...
Like, please don't let him fight somebody.
That's awesome.
Dude, it was brutal. It was... So far, I think that's the third time I've been ejected. It's been fun. It's been a good time.
That one was worth it.
Very worth it.
Yeah, that's a horrific.
It was a good story too.
Yeah.
Did not rally the team. That's the unfortunate part. I thought
What?
did not rally the team for a win. I really was thinking.
Even when you're depleted, though.
It was a close game. I said, you know what? We might need something to take us over the edge, and did not. But
Quentin's leadership wasn't what we needed. Apparently,
He dropped you off, actually.
Nick, who would have thought me as my head coaching, I guess, debut? I'm 0-1 technically. I like to say I'm 0-0 still, but
No, you're on one.
0-1.
Alrighty. Thank you, everybody that has been watching at home. I'm sure this conversation is going to continue, but that is all of the topics that we have for today. Thank you guys so much for joining. Q, you got any last remarks?
No, sir.
Vish, you got any last remarks?
Go Cubs.
Alrighty. Fly the W, baby. Thank you guys so much for joining. This podcast was brought to you by RBI Baseball, LLC, and Hit Dingers Baseball Academy. We have 5 tunnels, 70-foot long, 14-foot wide, 11-foot tall. We are Rapsodo certified, have pitching machine, pitching mounds, baseballs, softballs, and a win reality room. Thank you guys so much for joining. We appreciate it. Hopefully we will see you guys next week. Out.